The following show includes views expressed without the intention to discriminate. We demand our right to freedom of speech. These views are not those of our sponsors or affiliates. The Me Too movement. Is it still a thing? The good of the Me Too movement, which began in 2006 and gained widespread attention in 2017, is a movement against sexual harassment and assault. It was started by activist Tarana Burke, and it encourages survivors to share their experiences of sexual violence and misconduct, and to stand in solidarity with one another. The movement gained momentum in the wake of the allegations against film producer Harvey Weinstein, and since then, many powerful men in various industries have been held accountable for their actions. The Me Too movement has brought attention to the prevalence of sexual violence in our society, and it has sparked important conversations about consent, power dynamics, and the culture of silence that has allowed these abuses to go unchecked for far too long. One of the most powerful aspects of the Me Too movement is that it has given survivors a platform to speak out about their experiences. For too long, victims of sexual violence have been silenced, whether by fear of retaliation, shame, or the belief that they will not be believed. The Me Too movement has shown survivors that they are not alone, and that their voices matter. Moreover, the Me Too movement has shone a light on the systemic nature of sexual violence. It has exposed how pervasive it is in industries like Hollywood, politics, and the media. It has also highlighted how certain groups, such as women of color and members of the LGBTQ+ community, are disproportionately affected by sexual violence. By acknowledging the intersections of power and oppression, the Me Too movement has made clear that ending sexual violence requires a larger cultural shift. Some have criticized the Me Too movement as being too focused on punishment and not enough on prevention. While it is true that prevention is crucial, accountability is also essential. When powerful men are held accountable for their actions, it sends a message that sexual harassment and assault will not be tolerated. It also helps to create a culture where survivors feel safe to come forward and seek justice. The Me Too movement has also been criticized for being too focused on women and not enough on men. However, sexual violence affects people of all genders, and the movement has created space for male survivors to share their stories and receive support. The Me Too movement has highlighted the ways in which toxic masculinity and patriarchal systems contribute to sexual violence. Note, the Me Too movement has been a crucial force in the fight against sexual violence. By giving survivors a platform to speak out, shining a light on systemic issues, and holding powerful individuals accountable for their actions, it has brought attention to the urgent need for cultural change. While there is still much work to be done, the Me Too movement has laid the groundwork for a more just and equitable society, where everyone can live free from the threat of sexual violence. According to the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, which is responsible for enforcing federal laws that prohibit employment discrimination, including sexual harassment, there were 7,609 sexual harassment charges filed with the agency in fiscal year 2018 alone. This represented a 13.6% increase from the previous year. In a study conducted by the nonprofit organization Stop Street Harassment, which surveyed over 2,000 women in the U.S., 81% of respondents reported experiencing some form of sexual harassment or assault in their lifetime. Of those who had experienced harassment or assault, 27% reported experiencing it in the workplace. It's worth noting that many incidents of sexual harassment go unreported, due to fear of retaliation, lack of confidence in the legal system, or other factors. This means that the number of reported cases likely represents only a fraction of the total incidents of sexual harassment that occur. While comprehensive statistics on sexual harassment claims filed by women from 2000 to 2020 are not readily available, the available data suggests that sexual harassment remains a pervasive problem in our society, and that many women continue to experience harassment and assault in the workplace and beyond. The cons of the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement emerged in 2017 as a response to the sexual assault and harassment allegations against Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein. The movement was initially started by Tarana Burke, a civil rights activist, and was popularized by actress Alyssa Milano's tweet, which encouraged women to share their experiences of sexual harassment and assault using the hashtag #MeToo. The movement quickly gained momentum and sparked a national conversation about sexual violence and the mistreatment of women in various industries. However, despite the initial attention and progress made, it is arguable that the Me Too movement has not significantly changed the way women are viewed today. One reason why the Me Too movement has not fundamentally changed the way women are viewed is that it has been largely confined to the realm of social media. While the hashtag #MeToo quickly went viral, most of the conversations and discussions about the movement have taken place online, which has limited its reach and impact. Many people who are not active on social media or who do not follow the news closely may be unaware of the movement's goals and impact. Additionally, some people who are active on social media may only engage with the movement superficially, without truly grappling with the issues at hand. Another reason why the Me Too movement has not changed the way women are viewed is that it has not fundamentally altered the power structures that perpetuate gender-based violence and discrimination. While the movement has raised awareness about the prevalence of sexual harassment and assault, it has not resulted in systemic changes that would prevent such behavior from occurring. Many industries, such as the entertainment industry and the tech industry, have made some efforts to address sexual harassment and assault in the workplace, but these efforts have been limited and uneven. There has been pushback against the movement from some quarters, with some arguing that it has gone too far or that it has unfairly targeted innocent men. Including the fact, the Me Too movement has not addressed the deeper cultural beliefs and values that underpin gender-based violence and discrimination. While the movement has raised awareness about the prevalence of sexual harassment and assault, it has not fundamentally challenged the patriarchal beliefs and norms that contribute to these issues. Many people still hold sexist and misogynistic beliefs that perpetuate gender-based violence and discrimination, and these beliefs are reinforced by media representations, cultural practices, and socialization processes. Addressing these underlying beliefs and norms is crucial to achieving lasting change. While the Me Too movement has raised awareness about the prevalence of sexual harassment and assault and has prompted some changes in certain industries, it has not fundamentally changed the way women are viewed today. The movement's impact has been limited by its confinement to social media, its failure to challenge power structures and cultural norms, and the resistance it has encountered. Achieving lasting change will require sustained efforts to address the underlying beliefs and norms that perpetuate gender-based violence and discrimination, as well as structural changes to prevent such behavior from occurring. The Me Too movement. Is it still a thing? The Big A Talk Show.